Hey, this is Captain Paul with Fish Finder Guide Service. This week we're coming off of a little bit of colder weather. It's starting to warm up. There's still a lot of fish all in these Padre Island canals that were hunkered down from the freezes or the close to freeze. All those little fingers all up and down the Padre Island canals. You could look for redfish on live shrimp. You could look for black drum on dead shrimp, and you could look for speckled trout, mainly using lures. I like using a bass assassin with a 1/4 ounce jig head. I like the purple with chartreuse tail. You could also use some of the down south lures with the little bit longer body. I think the 4-inch ones. With the if you want to use darker colors, strawberries, purples, of that nature. All in those Padre Island canals, anywhere in through here you're going to be looking for those fish. I'm using about a 1/8 ounce jig head with the live shrimp or the dead shrimp for the reds and the trout. But that area all in there still holding some fish, especially if we get another cold snap. Right now, I know we're warming up to the next norther. Coming out of Padre Island canals, if you when it gets real sunny midday, you might check this back lake in here of Nighthawk. Any of that area there through here will be holding redfish. What I'm doing in there is actually getting out of the boat and waiting and trying to catch those reds when they come up sun at about 10 to 11 o'clock. Anyway, that area seems to have a little bit of redfish right now. All right, after you're done over here messing around in Nighthawk, you could come out here towards the Tropic Flat, which would be this big flat in here between Sulphur and the Old Humble Channel. I'm not sure which way the wind's going to blow the day you fish, but if it's a southeast, we're making drifts across here. If you're looking for trout, we're throwing lures. Usually the darker colors, purples, red, strawberry, anything motor oil, any of those type colors. You could try even some electric chicken with the green and the pink has been working all through this little zone here looking for trout. If you are looking for reds and black drum, you might want to try to find some live shrimp and make those same drifts with cork and shrimp. And you're going to be using about a 15-inch drop and either a number 3 cow hook or a 1/16 ounce jig head, and you're going to be just making real methodical drifts through there and keep doing new lines every time. Come back and do a new line. Come back and do a new line. You want to drift the entire way from off the tip of Sulphur here all the way to the Old Humble Channel. So you're going to make those long drifts. They're going to be like 20, 30-minute drifts, just kind of looking for anything to bite through there. I'd be targeting redfish, trout, and black drum all through that area. It is a little bit more where we can keep flounders now. We've passed the point of the moratorium as far as the Parks and Wildlife off period. So all through this edge right here, there's a drop that kind of goes from 3 foot to 2 foot. This whole edge right here, you can kind of go through there looking for flounders. I would only use a white or a chartreuse color shrimp, like maybe a gulp, a white gulp, or a natural, I think they call it native shrimp gulp, which is like a tan and white color. Any of that through there, fishing very slow and methodical, right across that edge, right where that deep meets the shallow, up between this point here and the entrance into the intake for the CPNL and the fish hatchery. Anywhere through there has been having some flounder. Anyway, we're going to move on to the little bit next area. All right, we're going to go a little bit more south of the area we were talking about a while ago by around Petta Island. We're going to come south. We're going to be looking right in here. I'm talking to my wade fisherman now. Right in this area right here. You're going to be getting out the boat, pull the boat all the way up to the shore as tight as you can. Of course, be careful. There are some rocks in this area. Not many, but there are some. You're going to jump off the boat and you're going to make wades with the wind to your back or downwind, or if you have a southeast wind, then you're going to be throwing side wind, kind of walking with the wind, throwing side wind. All through there, you're going to be using your corkies day glow colors, your pink colors, and you're going to be looking for bigger trout, 20 to 30-inch trout along this edge of this shoreline. You'll pick up an occasional red, but we all know what that does to your corky. They fold them in half and usually bust the cork out the side. So hoping you're going to catch some good trout all through here and none of those redfish, but that's not a guarantee because you'll probably get a red or two. Coming straight across, looking at this square right here, anywhere in that square or that funky square I made anyway, you can jump off the boat. You're going to be in about waist deep water, and you're going to be making wades with the wind to your back if it's southeast this way, wind to your back if it's northeast this way. You're going to be throwing, I like using Berkeley power baits or some of the down south lures. Anything with a yellow tail on it, darker colors with yellow tail, even white with a yellow tail, glow with a yellow tail, any of the contrast, whether it be a morning glory with yellow tail or a glow with yellow tail, doesn't really matter. 1/4 ounce jig heads, you're going to be kind of real pop pop, let it fall, real pop pop, let it fall. You're looking for reds all in this zone. You will catch a few good keeper trout and possibly a big one, but all in that area there we will be looking for redfish, wade fishing. So hopefully that covers everything for my boat fishermen and my wade fishermen in the Laguna Madre south of the JFK Causeway up to Pure Oil Channel. Anyway, you guys be courteous to each other and have great fishing.